the sheet metal warehouse this morning and went to go talk to the nice folks over there. I showed them my gloves, and they were happy to sell me some scraps, which saved me a lot of money. In fact, the fellow was nice enough to get me sheet metal here. He said to use, he recommended this 18 gauge sheets for the blades, and he was actually nice enough to chop a few of them here for me, so they're easier to cut out when they're like this. And I have of course a whole sheet of it, a couple here to test. Here's a smaller one. And the other guy there, this morning was quite a little cool little event. So I got that too, big old sheet, 18. It was cool to talk to these guys because they were able to inform me a little bit about some stuff. One guy even gave me some flux. I'm gonna try this stuff out. And I got all this copper. This is my mystery bag here for you guys. You get to see. Look at this. I got these strips for the ringlets, so I don't need to cut that out. And I got all these pieces right here. Now they're not quite as thick as I'd like them to be, but I'll go ahead and try them. Maybe some of them. I don't know. I think they will work. I'll go ahead and try this. I got, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now mind you how expensive a lot of this stuff is, just the copper alone. And I got 3 whole sheets of this size. Look at that glare. That size. Got more of these, a couple more of those. What else is in here? My gloves. These are the gloves I showed them. The cool thing was when I showed them the 2 gloves, they all took pictures with it. That was super cool. I really actually enjoyed that a lot. They were like so cool. They were like, "Oh, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, absolutely." You know, I wanted them to. You know, that was really neat. So yeah, I got. Check this out. This is everything I got here. I got these strips right here of this. He cut these for me on the big chopper. The guy gave me flux, just a little bit in there to try, and I got the 3 sheets here of this copper, this sheet of 18 gauge sheet metal, plus these squares right here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, and then these strips here for the ringlets. $5. They really, I mean, this would have cost me for the sheet, for this alone at the hardware store would have cost me $6, $7. So that's just to give you an idea. Really cool people. Gordon Sheet Metal. They're down there in the industrial area. Really awesome because they could, for a company that deals with the large stuff that they usually deal with, to help me out. Absolutely cool. Not sure if y'all can tell out there, but it is windy, it's rainy. Certainly is coming down. Let's see. Look at that. Very rainy. just around 6 o'clock. Pretty nice though. Nice and cold. It's around 70 degrees right now. I know for some people, they're like, that's warm. Man, it's like negative 16. I don't know. Santee, what's the degrees in Arizona right now when it's around 6 o'clock? How cold is it right now over there? Alright, well, I got home and I found a box. And I think this, the sticker got peeled away, but I think I know who this is from. And so go ahead and open it up. I think you already know who you are by watching this. And yeah, again, the sticker came off there, but I think I know who you are. You guys, I appreciate the gifts all the time, and as you know, I give back. Try to give back to you whenever I can. I don't have everybody's address to send you something, but those I do, I send you something. Don't cut yourself, Jack. Got some wrapping paper in here. Another. All right. Figured it was from you, and I recognize the drawing too. And it says, "Merry Christmas, JW. For all, thank you for all you do. Your YouTube friend." And I'm not sure if you want me to mention you, so, but thank you. I had a feeling this was from you. Let's go ahead and open it on camera. Why not, huh? It's not quite Christmas, but okay, another box. Alright, well, okay, so how's this open? I'm guessing right through here. Looks like I better keep this styrofoam piece. And the way it's being shipped, and the way it's being packed here, better keep this. I got it. Right. I hope I'm opening. I hope nothing comes flying out of here. Oh. Oh. Oh man, how in the world did... For one, I need a coffee cup, because mine, the handle broke. Two, this is a coffee cup that I really need to get a hold of Cody. He's been really busy. I really got to show him this. This is from the Hangout video. The photo we took specifically for you, and yeah, look at that. Well, I don't know how to thank you guys, and I don't know how to thank you for this. This is certainly amazing. That's got to go with me no matter where I go. That is really cool. Thank you very much. I really want to get a hold of Cody and show him this really cool. You guys are definitely amazing, and that's really cool. Wow, man, that's awesome. Well, you can tell by the thumbnail of this video, I got the cup and I love it. Thank you. Okay, guys, I wanted to show you the glove that is going out. I finished it. I could have stretched it into completing it tomorrow, but I really just wanted to get this build done with. This is it. This is gonna be sold, and it's gonna probably I think the guy's gonna pick it up on Saturday. So I anticipated, I knew I could get it done by Saturday, but I gave myself, you know, I could have probably had him pick it up sooner, but I gave myself till Saturday. But here it is. They call this the Dream Child glove. This is from the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. And I put as a personal touch on the finger stalls, I added the guy's initials here and here. I wonder if he'll catch it. I'll see if he does. And then of course I put the Dream Child initials here and on the back plate. It's got the Dream Child. Just some miscellaneous markings on that finger stall. This was the first finger I finished, and yeah, there it is. The Dream Child glove is unique because it's also kind of a hybrid of the Dream Master glove. And what I mean by that is, if you look at it, it's kind of like the Dream Master glove, but not really. The only flat finger stalls on this is the index and pinky. The rest of these two are just rounded. They're slightly folded up on these two fingers, but none on these. So you can see there's some touches. The red is there. In my opinion, it's not quite as pronounced as the Dream Master glove. The blades, I did change my templates for the blades on this, which I'll talk a little bit right now about the blades. I will never use this blade template again, and also I will never use this type of gauge sheet metal again. I'm no longer going to use the 16 gauge. This is the last glove I will build with the 16 gauge sheet metal blades. These are solid black with satin finish. Figured it would give it a nice shiny look, so it kind of stands out when he gets it. So making the blades for this was really rough. Again, that's going to be the last time I'm going to make these blades out of the 16 gauge. But yeah, the back plate is a little bit different than what I usually make. Very crude cutting on it, and very uneven I made it, so it's kind of just if you look at photos of the glove, the glove is like just terribly put together. And also it has this reddish type char look to it in some of the other ones, so I added that into this one, that coloring. So yeah, there it is. I hope he's happy. It's a shame. I kind of like it. I gotta learn to let go. You know, it's kind of when I complete one, it's kind of like my child, and I gotta let this one go. And this is the one that's gonna pay for a lot of my my cost into this building, and it was really cool to be able to sell one, and I guess, and pay for some of the cost in building them. I signed the inside right there. The Dream Child glove, JW. So anyway, take a moment here, and I figure to show that to you. Okay, we're on. There it is. Gonna finish up my flan tonight. But for dinner, it's oatmeal. Trying not to eat so much terrible food. I've actually been really good this holiday. I've not indulge too much. Not like I used to, where I just go crazy and eat whatever. So, got my cup. Can you see that? Batjack JW, Mr. Batjack JW, Hangout 2016, and there is the photo that was requested of Cody there blowing his vapor cigarette thing. So, and there's me covered up in the smoke. But yes, cool cup. I'm already using it. Got some iced tea in there. But I will be using it on JW's radio tomorrow. So yeah, that's right. Tomorrow we're filming it, and you'll get to see it on Saturday. Let me move this here so I can set my cup right there. Okay. Cool bit, as you saw in the beginning of this video, where I got all the oh, this is Mr. Holster's hat, by the way. I got that from his sock show. I actually won that. Really cool. It's a little too tactical for me, but that's okay. Always can use a hat. Actually, I've been thinking about buying myself, aside from obvious reasons of all that, I've actually been thinking about buying myself an old brown fedora. Wondering how I'll look with that on. I don't know, but I've always liked the way fedoras wear. You know who wears a fedora all the time? Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte has always got a fedora on. But I've been looking at Kruger's fedora. It looks pretty cool. I wonder if I could, get one, a cheap one. I wouldn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on one. I think Amazon's got some for some of them are as low as $7. But I think that might be almost too low on price. I don't know. I'm not a fedora guy, expert. So, I've seen them. So, I know years and years ago, my buddy was actually going to be Freddy Krueger for Halloween, and I remember he actually went and bought a fedora from like one of those dress-up shops, and he spent some money on it. I couldn't believe that he actually specifically just bought that for the Halloween costume. I couldn't do that. It would have to be something I would want to use and wear. Like, I actually wear my sweater. I should wear it to work one day and see what happens. But, okay. In the beginning of the vlog, you saw me unload my goodies from the sheet metal shop. I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on going there. It was really neat. Anyway, let me grab this thing here. I brought a couple of my gloves with me to the shop just to show the guy, because I felt like it was cool enough I wanted to show him what I was doing. So these are the two gloves I brought with me, were the Dream Master glove that I did, and the template glove. I brought these two to show them, and I felt like these things were like the rock star, man. I mean, it was like the lady that worked there, the older lady that worked there, she was just like, wow, and she, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture? It was like, whoa, really? Like, this was actually really crazy, because like everybody, I mean, they literally took pictures with the glove and went and printed it out right there on their printer, like immediately, and hung it on the wall. It was crazy. So, I mean, and then like, she was like going around the warehouse, and like the guys were coming in from the warehouse to check out the glove, and they were like, wow, like, let me see that glove, and they just kept looking at it and taking pictures with it, and they, like, even the owner, he's like, I don't know, like, he had this like look on his face. He put it on, he's like, I could think of what to do with this. So it was really neat. So like, my gloves are kind of like the rock star treatment. They got real front end rock star treatment. They sure did, because it was neat that everybody wanted to handle it, look at it, put it on. The lady was definitely really excited about it. She wanted to take pictures with it, so that was kind of neat. I was like, wow, that's really so. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to be able to talk with them for a little bit and kind of give them a little bit of backstory on the gloves. And that's the thing about when I start building them, is you gotta kind of do your homework a little bit. You have to have a vision of what it really looks like, what it looks like in the movie. I looked at a lot of screen photos. I looked at a lot of other gloves that people were making. So, it does involve a little bit of homework. So, Yeah, but it's been fun, and I've come full circle once again with another project I've done in selling one, and that's just it's bittersweet. I hate to see one of them go, but it comes to that circle of like, hey, you know, it's you gotta bring back some money from it, so it's kind of neat. I spent some money into it, but now I got a big chunk of that money back. So before we get out of here, talk about a movie as always, and as you guys know, I'm a big Stephen King fan, and this is one of those movies that I think was a good movie, that was a really good interpretation of the book. Not many of them are, unfortunately. Well, I think, like, there's some that I think they came out that I think were pretty good. Like, I like the Langoliers. I think some people kind of go, oh, that movie's funky, but I like it. I remember watching it on TV. Seriously, I remember when that was on TV, I was like dying to see, like, anyway, we'll save that for another time. But the movie in question is Misery. Yes, Misery. And back to who is James Caan. I hope you all know who James Caan is. I know most of you know who James Caan is. James Caan, also Lauren Bacall is in this, and then of course Kathy Bates. And then Richard Farnsworth, I believe. Yeah, he's that guy that I don't know him by his name, but I know him by his face. He plays the sheriff. He's in a ton of movies, but yes, Misery. Literally, just what a great movie this is. Kathy Bates does bring on the sinister side and does it well, all too well. And who better to do the role than James Caan? James Caan really made it believable, man. I tell you, it's frightening. So after, being read the book, and then I could see all the hints and references from the book to the movie. Now the book, there's some scenes in the book that are really graphic that they did not carry over to the movie. I don't think they could have. I think it would have just been way too graphic. Same thing with The Shining. The Shining had some more graphic depictions in the book that did not carry over to film. But little side note on The Shining, I heard that Stephen King was very unhappy with Stanley Kubrick about The Shining because it did not follow the book at all. It took some of the premises, but basically they just made it into their own movie, and Stephen King was not very happy about that, which is unfortunate because that is actually one of the better or best renditions of a Stephen King novel. Well, I guess not really, according to what if you talk to Stephen King. But the Misery book and the movie, I think is really good. I like it. It's one of my favorites. It's just something about that captivity, that just the horror. It's not so much violence. It's just the tension, the deliverance of that. What is she going to come in the room? And every time she appears in the room, it's like, what is she doing? And I always think that the scariest thing is, he's dead asleep, and all of a sudden he'll open his eyes, and there she is hovering over him. That is just freaky. So, before this vlog gets too long, I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, and see you for JW's Radio. So, yeah, and thank you very much for the cup. That is super cool, man. I tried to call Cody and tell him about it, because he's got to see this thing. He's got to check it out and know about it, because it's super cool. But haven't been able to get a hold of the guy. I don't know. I think again he's probably really, really busy. That's what last I remember talking to him. That's what he was doing. He was like super busy on his job. He's a busy guy. Unlike me, I guess I'm not quite so busy. But no, love it. I'll see you tomorrow, right?